We're getting ready for date night. If you want to see how I did this look, just keep on watching. First, I have the Fenty Skin Fat Water Toner Essence. I already have this on my skin, let it sit for a little bit, and then I went in with the Merit Great Skin Priming Moisturizer, and it just feels so good on the skin, and it's ready for some makeup. I want my makeup to really last, so I'm going to use my Maybelline Groupie Serum here. I'm going to go lighter with the serum and just spread it all over my face. I always like to start off with color correcting, and this is the Bobbi Brown Skin Corrector Stick in Light Peach. And this is just going to give a light veil, like this orange tint, and it's not going to look gray under foundations. And I'm going to use my Real Techniques brush just to blend this out, and it blends out so beautifully. Look at that. Melts right into the skin. You can layer this up if you want more coverage, but honestly, this just gives like a more natural coverage look. I mean, you can still see like my veins underneath my eyes, but still relatively good coverage. Using the Hourglass Ambient Soft Glow Foundation in the shade 6.5 here. And this one is a more like tan, like summer shade for me, but I really want to go for like a deep bronzy look. And I kind of have a little bit of a tan. So yeah, it's going to dry down just a little bit more orange. So you'll see that kind of happen as I go. But I dotted this all over my face to give me like a light veil of coverage. This foundation is honestly like a filter in a bottle. It's just so stunning. You don't really need much for this to really do its magic. And it's just such a beautiful foundation. Hourglass really does complexion products right. Using my F4 brush from Make It by Mario to blend all this out. I used about just one pump and spread it all over my face, and it's still like really good coverage. This foundation, honestly, you don't need much of it, so despite its higher price tag, it's gonna last you a while. Really deep bronzer here, but this one's from LYS, and this is in the No Limits one in the shade Courage. This is very, very dark, but I swear this melts so beautifully. And these are the spots I like to really hit up. I really like how this one's like a little bit, like because it's darker, it's cooler toned. So I can kind of double this as my contour as well. But I'm gonna use the side of my F4 brush here and just slowly blend everything out. My nose first, because I had a lot of product on this side. So it'll just kind of pick up more here. Bronzer like to my brows here and all the way down. Just bring some definition back to my nose and the bridge, and then just buff everything out. Look how deep and bronzy and glowy that is. It's so pretty. I like to take it from like the corner of my eye to like the sides of like my upper cheek to my forehead, and of course the jawline. I look so bronzed and so tanned. I love it. I really love that I have kind of like a tan going on from all the traveling I've been doing. And it's and the foundation has dried down. You guys can see it's like a soft glowy finish. Back to my favorite concealer. This is the Vanish Concealer from Hourglass. You really don't need much of this, but this one is in the shade O, and the undertone is so perfect for us olive skin tone girlies. Blending out the little bit that I put towards the center of my face to brighten, because this one I just want like a little bit of soft brightness, and I do want to keep my coverage underneath my eyes, so I'm just letting it sit while I blend this out on my nose right here. And I'm just using that same Real Techniques brush just to blend everything out. So I like to take it to my inner corner here and then outwards. Like, see the little amount I put on, it's giving me so much coverage. I really need to wash this brush. This is like poking me. Just taking whatever excess I have on the brush just to prep my lid a little bit. I'm going to skip cream blush today because I have a different blush I want to use. And I'm just going to go ahead and start setting around my eyes with my Huda Beauty Easy Baked Loose Powder in Pound Cake. I'm just using a triangle puff to get in all these little corners. Just using a small amount of the powder to softly set my face. I do want like a soft glow today, but I want to lock it in. For my blush, I want to use this Gucci one. This is the shade in 04 Bright Coral. And this honestly is like a perfect, like soft, peachy blush on me. I feel like no one really talks about these blushes. Everyone raves over the YSL ones, which I mean, they're great, more pigmented, but I prefer when it comes to powder blushes, lighter in pigment, and that's buildable. And this has like a soft sheen to it. Like, do you guys see how pretty this applies? And I'm just using this Morphe M163 brush. Been loving this bronzer recently, and this is from Giorgio Armani. It's a Luminous Silk Bronzing Powder in the shade 90. Oh my goodness, this, like, I hate being like that, like having that influencer voice, but this honestly is a product I haven't been able to put down ever since I bought it, and I'm like, what took me so long? You guys see, like, it's just even more bronzy goodness. Also take a like crease brush here with that bronzer and kind of define my nose just a touch. Sorry, my hair looks crazy right now. I'm taking it from like my inner eyebrow all the way down and on the bridge of my nose. I'm going to start adding some dimension to my eyes. Just the same bronzer all the way from the corner of my eye here. Of course, underneath the eye as well. And I'm going like pretty heavy here, like just add a lot, you'll be fine. Go ahead and use the Makeup by Mario Surreal Skin Soft Setting Spray. You absolutely have to put on a lot of setting mist for it to work. Do the eyes. I am starting off with doing my brows. I'm using the e.l.f. Micro Brow Pencil to fill in these sparse areas and my arch. Brushing them out with the spoolie on the end. Just make them look a little bit softer. Patrick Ta Major Dimensions 3 in this Sephora Collections crease brush. I'm gonna use this shade to just start really warming up my crease here. The richness of these pigments are unmatched. Switching to a smaller crease brush here. This is the Jessup MUL13 brush. I'm gonna use this shade right here just to deepen up the outer portion of my lid right here and bring it into the crease. Use more of this shade and my first fluffier brush just to blend those edges out. It's gonna make everything blend a lot easier if you do it like this. Going back into this deeper charcoal shade and this small brush, I'm gonna smoke out my lower lash line. Now switch to a flat brush. This is just Jessup MUL15. I'm gonna use a mix of these two shades and lay this on my lid and towards like my inner corner here. These shadows have like a creaminess to them, so it gives like a little bit of coverage. So even if you got a little bit of shadow, like deeper shadow in your crease, this softly covers it up. I'm not winging anything out, just creating a soft smudge and making sure it's completely dark where my lashes are. And go ahead and curl your lashes. Even if you're not a fan, it's just gonna look so much better. Go ahead and put on some mascara. This is the Tarte 28 Make Waves Mascara in Jet. And this one doesn't really give much volume, at least for me, but gives me good separation, and the smaller brush makes it easy to really just get in the little corners. And for me, I have length, so for me, the main thing I look for is separation when I put on lashes, and this works fine. Honestly, you can do 2 coats of mascara on your top lashes, and it's gonna look great. I mean, this is without lashes, and it looks great. So I'm gonna do lashes because I like the drama, and I'll be back. Before I take them out of the packaging, these are the lashes I always like to use. This is an Everyday 3D Faux Mink Blushing Lashes. I always forget what they're called because I always take them out of the packaging and I always forget, but these are just my go-to lashes. Lily lashes are just my favorite, and these are just chef's kiss. They're perfect. Using my dual lash glue to get these on my eyes, and I have purchased backups on backups on backups of the lashes because they're actually that amazing. But while my lash glue dries, I'm going to add a little bit more glow to my face. This is the Hourglass palette. This is like a really old one. This is, well, I'm using a mix of these two. This is like a finishing powder, and this one's a highlight, and it's the finishing powder in Soft Light and the metallic strobe powder in Champagne Strobe Light. And just mixing these two, I'm going to put it on like the inner like triangle of my face, pretty much where I have my concealer, and then outwards, and it's gonna give me just like a soft glow. Like, do you see the difference? The sun's kind of going in and out right in front of me, so it might be kind of hard to tell, but in person it's just like a soft glow, but I'm not making my face like greasy and oily, and it's not gonna mess up the longevity of my makeup. Much hitting up where I'd want like a soft glow if I had a candle in front of me. So it's like all the like center portions of my face, like this. Like, I don't ever like a blinding highlight or anything, but just some soft glow on my cheek, upper lip, chin, and my nose, and that's it. Glue is pretty much dry, and I'm going to use this angled brush and the black eyeshadow from the Patrick Ta palette, and I'm just going to touch up my lash band. This is going to mattify it, darken it, and it's just going to give like an additional smoky look, and it's just going to make it look nice deep and rich. I still have like wet glue there and it's gonna be fine. It's like underneath the lash, so this won't bug it, but this will just add that definition that this makeup look just craves. For the lips, and this lip liner just doesn't move. I swatched these like while I was letting my lashes dry, and look at this. And it's from the Sephora collection, so it's affordable and, well, affordable-ish. And if you catch these on sale, that's when I stock up on these. But this is the Sephora collection lip liner in Frappuccino. It's like a brown with like slightly reddish tones. It's so pretty, it's so creamy. Now the key with these lip liners is you want to let them dry for a little bit. That's gonna lock it in. Cause see this, I'm rubbing really hard on this. It's not gonna come off. Like, it's not gonna come off. These are fantastic, and for the price, you can't beat it. This, like, if you want it, like, this is my favorite lip liner from Sephora, like, ever. It's the best thing they made, and this is the new formulation of their lip liners, and I have every shade and backup. I really want like a creamy lip, so I have Charlotte Tilbury's Pillow Talk Fair, and this is so pretty in the center of the lips, like that. The gloss I'm gonna use, I hope will pair well with this. This is from Giorgio Armani. It's the Prisma Glass Lip Gloss in number 8. Let's see. I think this is gonna be like a really sheer gloss, and I'm right, but it's okay. Let's just use this. See how it wears. I'm just kind of using this to blend out Pillow Talk Fair, and that's so pretty. And just like that, the makeup look is done.